Hello and welcome. I'm Inverta Umbra, and this is Dwarf Fortress Basement Born. So, I haven't really done too much since the last episode, but I have worked on a little bit of a plan. So, I know that I was hoping to find a magma tube up here, but I really get the feeling it's unlikely. Um, I'm still going to keep mining this out. Maybe I'll still find one. If not, at least I'll get the chalk. But my plan so far is to dig around here and then dig down to here. And this is going to be a very special um, forge room. And I intend to build a little stockpile room next to it where I'm going to bring all the meltable and smeltable blocks. And then I'm going to build a whole bunch of workshops in the little area here. And below it, I'm going to flood it with magma, with a drawbridge probably right here to prevent anything from A, coming in, and to prevent lava from reaching a certain height. Also, to help prevent my dwarves from getting hurt, I'm going to actually channel this spot, dig this spot, and then it'll fill there first. Dwarves will have time to get out. Then the lava will start filling up. Now, if I had done this lower in the level, this would fill up much quicker. However, I'm going to do this near the top. It also brings a little more danger, so maybe we'll have some fun. And hopefully I don't screw it up too bad. So, we currently got our dwarves working on several different projects. Probably enough to keep them busy for quite a long time. And I'm hoping that we're going to get some migrants soon. But I have not seen hide nor hair of them. Looks like most of the slaughtering is done. This still hasn't been mined out. Let's take a look over onto Dwarf Therapist real quick. Connect. Let it load. Alright. Where's construction? You guys are no longer going to be constructing, and I don't really want you handling anything else, but we're going to do that for right now. So let's switch back to the main Dwarf Fortress, and hopefully that'll mean my miners actually get to more of the mining jobs. We don't have anyone idle right now. Unfortunately, it does look like we ran out of wooden logs. Tables. Sorry, I do seem to have a little bit of I don't know, a cold? No, I think it's just the changing of the seasons is making me a little stuffy. I'm trying to eat spicier things to clear that out as fast as possible, but that's how it goes. Alright. I don't really want to use the andesite one there, so we're going to use the andesite table and chair. Or detrite chair and andesite table right there. And, actually, I mean for that to be the dining room, so I may need another chair and whatnot. Let's put a door. We'll actually give whoever the mayoral dwarf is, he'll give himself his own nice special quarters. And then we'll go ahead and give some more of these dwarves their own doors. Maybe some of them will be of great craftsmanship and the dwarves will really appreciate them. But I don't really care if they do or don't. They seem pretty happy with the fortress as it is right now. So let's see. Got more stone coffers, which I'm already using in there. I need the areas to get mined out, but I know I've currently got my dwarves dealing with a lot of mining. I may need to make more miners. If we're smelting the copper, let's see, where did I put that? Is that layer 3? No, further down. If we're smelting the copper, maybe I want to go ahead and make another copper pick. But it doesn't seem like anyone's currently doing this. I'm going to take a quick look at the... Alright. Furnace operating. I have no one who is a furnace operator. And I don't think I have anyone who is currently lazy or not doing anything right now. Least important dwarf. You're a hunter. Yeah, you can be a furnace operator for right now. So I just gave Mozun, who is this guy right here. He's a farmer, but he's also a hunter. I just gave him the additional task of smelting, so maybe he'll get down there and smelt at some point. Let's check our food stockpiles. We seem to be doing well. We're going to stop brewing drinks from fruits right now and give our farmers some slack off time. I am kind of curious what kind of seeds we have. Rope reed, pendant armoth. I have no idea what that is. Durians, pomegranates, leche. Hopefully that made some interesting beers. You know, give my dwarfs a little bit of diversity. Yeah, I really need more wood. Unfortunately, I think the same person who's crafting is also the axe dwarf. Alright. Now, maybe if we get a chance, weapons and ammunition. I think we bought some bronze, so I would like a bronze pick. Take a sip of my coffee. And then I wouldn't mind if I could section off, but all that's connected. The only thing about that is that even if I wanted to be really adventurous, one forgotten beast could probably make life really difficult for me. So I did give some thought as to building what's called a pump stack, and for those of you who don't know, it's a very complex dwarven technique of bringing fluids somewhere else from deep down below. And it's almost overly complex, but it does work if you can't get some type of material from at the height you need it. But it's risky. It requires a lot of time and investment and a lot of manpower, or dwarf power in this case. So I'm trying to avoid it, actually. And the last time I did one, it worked. By the time I was finished with it, I was pretty much done with the fortress. I'm really bad at managing mega structures. Horse skulls, okay. So I need a job. I need you guys to make bone bolts. 0, as many as you can make. And the reason I want to do that is, 1, I want to get it before the bones go bad, but 2, bone bolts are actually probably one of the easiest actual hunting quality bolts. Because right now, my hunters are hunting with wood bolts. Oh, what is that? Oh, there it is. What is that? Is that just a graphical error, or... Swarm of mosquitoes, ugh. But wooden bolts do not make for terrific hunting ammo. Bone bolts don't really work so well for actual combat, like with something that's lethal, but it does work for most basic animals, and that can be mitigated to a degree with good marks dwarves, which are the type of dwarves that will use crossbows. Um, so, we're gonna try and make some bone bolts. Hopefully that gets done. Oh, though, the craft store workshop is down here. Hmm. So what jobs do I have going on right now? Rock doors, wooden barrels, rock mechanisms, bone bolts. Only one rock mechanism has been made. Lots of doors have been made though. So let's see. Let's go ahead and put some more of these down. You know what? Actually, let's put the oh, whoops! I'm putting cabinets. Obsidian doors right here. Let's get rid of this cabinet real quick. That's not what I need right there. Build another obsidian door. Alright, so it looks nice. We got that. And let's use the non-obsidian, the granite, which I actually like granite, but let's use that on the side rooms there. If you have OCD for balancing things out, Dwarf Fortress can be a horrible game. I used to mine out entire floors and then have to build little rooms for each dwarf, just because I wanted them all to look uniform. I've had to let that go a little bit. It's not easy. However, if you are someone who's good at creating whimsical little designs that don't have to match up evenly, Dwarf Fortress can kind of be fun. I remember one of the cool things I did is I built a multi-level dining hall with pillars in the center of it that were engraved all the way up. It took a lot of work. Oh. Remtar gave birth to a dwarven child. Well, I would hope it'd be a dwarven child as opposed to something else, but that's actually really great. Not to have a whole bunch of children, but the fact that, you know, that means that that dwarf has a partner and that our fortress is starting to grow. Unfortunately, it does take about 13 years for a dwarven child to become a adult considered dwarf. So for 13 years, we're gonna have a kind of a burden. Actually, only really a year. We got migrants. But on the child note, it takes a year for them to grow out of being a baby, and then the next 12 for them to finally become adults. And unless they can get into a mood and start working on some crafts. Unless they get into one of those, they'll become a peasant, and then you'll just have to find a job for them. Looks like we got another child or baby. Whose baby is that? It looks like it's just crawling around on its own. I don't know how I feel about that. There's a child. Is that someone's baby? Can you please pick your baby up? I don't know how I feel about that. Alright, we got the reindeer calf, the blue pea chick. That's all that needs to go there, presume. Someone? Will someone please take care of the child? Well, there's an actual hunter. Wow, this... Did we... Are we at 34 now? 35? Oh, it's still growing. That means this Dwarven wave was over 10. Yeah, because we had 18. We're not... Yeah, it's almost 20 so far. And there's 20. I'm glad I opened up those new rooms. In fact, I may need to open up the other. Wow, how many? I. What's our fortress worth? It's only 49,000 created wealth, and this is what usually affects um, the kind of dwarves you get. And our exported wealth was only 925. Wow, why are there so many dwarves? Um, yeah, I need to. I need beds made. I need lots of beds. I need to make sure these rooms are ready. Uh, and where are my miner dwarves? Making bone bolts and digging. Let's see. Miner dwarf. Ficod. I believe you are the. Hold on, let's read dwarves real quick. I'm just using Dwarf Fortress really quick. In fact, yeah, I'll wait just a moment to do that. Um, just want to turn off bone carving for this particular person, so our miners are not doing that. All right, let's let them resume. Gather in the dining hall. Oh wow, is it still going? Oh, it is still going. I This may be the biggest migrant wave I've ever seen. Um, and normally you might think that that's a great thing. It's nice to have more dwarves, but with more dwarves, you usually have more slowdown and a little bit. Uh, there's a few headaches associated with it, especially when you weren't anticipating on it. Ooh, wow, we are at 46 dwarves. Um, Go ahead and make 60 of them. If I remember correctly, these were meant to hold. Oh, hold on, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're twice as big. So 20, 40. These are meant to hold 40 dwarves. These little burrows I've designed. Um, Alright, I think the migrant wave may have stopped. Yes, yes it has. Okay. Let me do one last check, make sure all the animals are not going to be starving because they're in a area that doesn't have food. And then let's do a quick check on Dwarf Therapist. Alright, so all the new dwarves right here. There's 30 of them. 30 in one wave. So we got one. That's when a child was born. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dwarves that cannot be assigned labor. So we got 25 new adults who I need to assign jobs to. That's going to be a interesting chore. I'm hoping there's going to be at least 1 or 2 that's going to be good at mining or good at wood cutting, because I want another woodcutter and I want another miner. Unfortunately, I didn't get a already established miner at the beginning, so I'm going to have to make one. There's a few decent ones. I'll probably for mining accept anything above 55%. I'll just pick whoever's the best. That percentage that you see beside the miner in Dwarf Therapist means how suited they are for a particular role, which you may have already guessed, but it's determined by what they like and what they don't like and how their stats started off. As they get better at it, their suitability will go up. Like this has a 99.62, and he's 20. Level 20 is a legendary +5 minor. But the reason he's not 100% is he wasn't 100% to begin with. So he'll never reach that level, but there's going to be just a very slight difference between them. Yeah, so I think, honestly, I'm going to cut this episode short. Um, and there's a lot of stuff I got to adjust. I will probably open the next episode looking at this screen, but that it'll be showing what I've established for everyone to do. And again, if you would like a dwarf, go ahead and leave a name down in the comment section, and I will try to get it put in as soon as I see it. Um, so thank you for joining me. I'm Inverta Umbra, and this has been Dwarf Fortress Basement Born. Have a good one.